Okay, gentlemen, let's talk about Squid Games. Squid Games, no, I'll be not talking about Squid Games, but I will be relating how Squid Games is related to SSP. I will be comparing both these two because while watching Squid Games, I just related everything, whatever happens in Squid Games is just similar to SSP. Because, first thing, the plotting. We are again isolated with we in SSB. We are isolated with the rest of the world. In our campus only, we get all the facilities, and as a identity, we are giving certain numbers just to ensure that identity is not disclosed to anyone. So everything is related to everything in Squid Game. What happened? I will be relating everything with SSB. You know, the most important thing what I loved about Squid Game was how democracy is was maintained overall. They just ensured that players are willfully participating in Squid Games. They have the right to vote and they are voting whether they want to play the Squid Games or not. So there was clear democracy. They don't have any kind of thing like blackmailing sort of thing. They were pissed off their lives and they chose their decision to play the Squid Games. That was such an amazing concept. Further moving, let's talk about how SSB is related to Squid Games, and how what important lessons we can learn that we can implement in SSB as well and in our life as well. Right. So as I said, the what you can relate was the first thing what you can relate is so many strangers, so many unknown strangers are there, as it is evident from SSB as well, where candidates from different states are coming with you, and they have one goal that is to get recommended, but you don't know them personally. You don't know which person is from which state. From all states they are gathering at one place, and then you start one thing, that is fighting for recommendation, right? Complete stranger, and then you are assembled in a single room. That thing you can relate with Squid Game as well, right? And identity are completely not disclosed, which is ensured in Squid Game as well, and that is ensured in SSB as well. For identity you are given chest numbers. They are ensuring that your identity is not disclosed to the host there. So that thing you can completely relate with Squid Games. And let's talk about lessons, which you can implement in SSB as well, and that is evident in SSB that it is what they are looking for. The XSS are looking for such kind of thing. First thing, I noted certain points which I will be telling you guys. So I noted some points in newspaper. I had newspaper while watching this Squid Games. I just made certain points which I'll be discussing with you. First point which I noted and really appreciate, because that I believe that is the main goal of SSP, what they are looking in candidates. That is, number one is teamwork and cooperation. I mentioned in my videos that teamwork and cooperation, these things what they are looking for. In GTO task, name me one task where you are singly performing your individual task. No, there are, apart from lecturate, I don't think there are any obstacles where you are not teamed up in the group. You are teamed up in the group in every obstacle except the lecturate, right? So your cooperation in your teamwork is very important. That is what the Squid Game is telling us, and that is what SSP is demanding from us. Okay, next point is you come across so many muscular guys and some weak kind of student, means by weak I mean to say that he might not be physically strong or not that kind of mentally strong. So no one wants to bond with him, right? It is evident from SSB as well. You look across someone who has some brains, and he is means he is good in every field. You look for that candidate and you team up with him, you like to partner with him, right? These are things what you are looking for. So my friend, but important thing is, you know, in if you are doing any obstacle, you choose the most muscular guy, or you choose some you call some muscular guy, or uh, someone who is your best friend. I would say that is not required in SSP. We have to understand one more thing is, it is not the muscularity or weakness that leads you to success. It is the right approach and right strategy. I said this thing because, in the second game, the tug of war game, which was played in Squid Games, uh, the two teams which were fighting for their lives, one had all 10 members, all male candidate. So they were full of strength, and the other team, they had three female candidate in them and one old guy. So the all strength was distributed in all six guys. They were actually fighting they with full strength and endeavor. They were fighting that tug of war. But who won ultimately? Who won? The team with three girls and one old guy. They won the battle. How? Because they rightly managed. They rightly manage their teams, and the approach how they handled the tug of war with the experience of the old man, that was appreciable, and that led to their win in that game. And that is what is required in SSB as well. It is your ideas that will lead you to recommendation. you know Not every muscular guy is good in uh, the respective task. If you think that brainy guy is going to lead you to some obstacle which involves some muscularity, then you are totally wrong. Your decision is poor, your choice of decision making is totally poor. So that thing, you have to ensure that you are taking a right decision. And this was number two. And number three point, which is related to number two, is there are no friends. All are playing from one thing. In SSB, they are playing for recommendation, and Squid Games, they are playing for lives and money. Everyone is playing for itself. Everyone has goal, that is to get recommended, and everyone is trying to achieve that goal. So no friend is there. You know, after SSB, you just made a lot of WhatsApp group. You just make a lot of WhatsApp group, and you make a pact that yes, we will be in touch even after this SSB, right? Our friendship will boom, right? We will be in touch eventually. My point is, you make a pinky promise that you will be in touch even after this SSB. But I had seven SSB and I had seven groups. And what happened to these groups? No messages after that. No messages. Nothing. No friend is there. They all are fighting for their means all are fighting to get a job or something. Whatever they are doing. No groups. No message. Nothing. They must have forgotten. They must have forgotten. Yes, that's true. So no friends are there. You should focus on one thing, that is to get recommended. Next point. In pressure, you have to remain calm. You totally have to remain calm. That is going to lead you to success. Yes, that will lead you to success. And they are actually noting those points. How a student is performing in a pressure. How you are doing your obstacle when you are burdened with all the pressures, right? They will be targeting you. The gto officer will be saying to implement ideas in different ways, if you implement it in one way, he will ask you to implement in the other way. If you again implement it, he is going to ask in another way. That does not ensure that he is rejecting you or eliminating you. It just ensure that yes, the gto officer has certain doubt on you. He is he is appreciating the fact that you are implementing the idea, and he want to evaluate you further by giving by telling you that you just complete this obstacle by some other way. He is testing you, right? Next point, moving on. Next point is, you know there are some I've seen so many guys who means, I would say, they are kind hearted, and the other guy who are means who are kind of very witty, who find themselves very witty. They try to take advantage of them, and I have seen it personally. They try to take advantage of them. So it's important that you recognize those kind of guys and you just step backwards. You immediately take your step back from that particular moment itself if you find any kind of betrayal in that. Sorry to use this kind of word, but I've seen it personally. They try to take advantage. They advise you with some of their corrupt idea that implement this is how this task is going to be implemented. Why you are listening to them? You have brains. Don't listen to them. You just implement your own idea. That is why only a handful number of candidates get recommended, because they are least worried about other guys. They just implement their own ideas. They're least worried about what others are thinking. Well, they just totally implement their ideas. That is how they get recommended. So these important point which I noted while watching this Squid Games, and if I had to rate this Squid Games on the basis of 10 scale, I would give 10 on 10 to this. Everyone should watch this web series. This is an awesome plot and awesome concept. So mask up, guys. This is trending. So this was all it. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you like this video, and please comment down below if you disagree with my opinion, whatever I shared with you. So this was all it. Thank you.